I never knew that this was going to actually escalate. And let me just tell you, it escalated bad to the point that there's now a lawyer actually looking into it. Well, but it's not exactly to that point that a lawyer is going to prosecute him for it, but now YouTubers who are representing the law or who are lawful figures are starting to also take notice. Specifically, Legal Mindset himself. Now, if you got law figures or personalities like Andrew himself actually taking notice of this, especially if the internet and the likes of him are cracking down against nuisance streamers, actually, that is supposed to happen. If you see people like him also crack down against nuisance streamers, you've got to listen. You got to be appropriate in the internet. You've got to be appropriate on broadcast. You got to be appropriate when it comes to content creation. All of it. That's how it really should work. You've got to have a moral standing. You've got to have a dignified standing when it comes to being on the internet and whether you're making content creation for others or just for yourself. You got to make sure that the content creation is appropriate. But if the content creation turns into something untoward, that's where they cross the line, and that's when they should start getting called out for it. Now, I'm going to be watching a video from Legal Mindset called Australian Streamer Robs Japanese Graves, Fast Fact. Now, I was supposed to actually give a reaction. Actually, I have given a reaction, but it will be on an unlisted link under the description. I might change that depending on your response if you want to actually see it yourself. But it will be on an unlisted link, and it will be shown via QR onto this video in particular. Now, why exactly am I going to unlist that? I am not sure. Honestly, I am not sure of how it actually be received because Lochie Jones himself, the one who actually robbed some materialistic possessions due to traditional placed there via traditional or cultural beliefs. He defied those beliefs. He defied tradition. He defied culture by actually robbing graves, okay? He doesn't have good cultural sensitivity. I have been making that very absolutely clear on the initial video that I had on Lochie Jones himself. And let me just tell you, you are going to hate this guy. You are going to actually hate this guy when you watch that video in particular. So you get the chance, look into the link in the description, look into the QR code itself, please. For context, that's where I really, really found him to really piss me off to the point that he is not even honestly, I don't know exactly how he conducts himself at this point. Honestly, I don't know. I just don't know. You know, just doesn't make sense why he does it, or why he does it the way he does. Excuse me, what? Oh. Yeah. So I thought my video was recording with the actual visuals, but if it hasn't, then forgive me. Unfortunately, yeah, that's what it feels like to me. I kind of forgot to actually put up the virtual camera, but anyway, thought I should let you guys know that's how it is. Anyway, we're still here. We're gonna do it. We're gonna actually react to this, and we're gonna make sure that when we do react to this, we react to this with good standing, okay? Because I like doing reaction videos like this to make sure that other people are validated and I don't have to do too much. Anyway, let's get to it already. Let's get right to it. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you. By the way, I am just going to. I know that there's only going to be delay because there's only going to be delay because of the HDMI from the PC, but there will be no delay when it comes to the Switch now because apparently the additional delay comes from the actual. Yeah, it's different. It really is a different thing. Anyway, let's get to it.
An unhinged streamer has actually robbed Japanese graves. This is absolutely a crime that we're going to talk about today on The Legal Mindset. We teach you to be your own judge. And, I thought that Johnny Somali was bad. And indeed, there are many bad things about the Somali case. But robbing graves has to be at the lowest pinnacle of streamer depravity, the lowest pinnacle of going for clout. As human beings, we should have respect for one another, and we should look at those that have passed away, those that are, mothers, fathers, grandmothers, sisters, and look at the places of rest with respect, with dignity, and thanks for what they did. But for a streamer to go out of the way to intentionally rob these graves is out of control. And that's what we have today. So let me play the clips for you guys so you see about this. This is the streamer Lochie Jones, apparently, who is going around Japan and robbing these graves.
By the way, just to make you guys understand, I thought that this guy is an athlete, but apparently I was actually looking at another's Instagram profile by mistake. Lochie Jones on Port Adelaide. I thought that's actually correlated to this guy, but apparently this is a completely different person. This one comes from Sydney. Port Adelaide is a completely different jurisdiction from Sydney, so completely different. Anyway, so I'm not sure exactly what his personal details are, but all the same, if you're going to another country, treat the country with respect, treat its traditions and culture with respect. Why stoop down so low, bro? Why absolutely just stoop down to this? Honestly, really bad, bro. Just really bad.
Let's check it out.
So it looks like there's a cemetery here. Whole bunch of dead people. Oh, look at this guy. Full can of Kieran.
What is going on with this? There he is. Actually, look at this. He's just looking at the grave right there. Look at this. Takes the drink. He drinks it right there. This is, bro, in front of a grave. I wouldn't do this. Respect the dead. This is basic ruling when it comes to cemeteries. Respect the dead. This is basic ruling. Oh my God. He doesn't like to acknowledge unwritten rules. He doesn't like to acknowledge hidden rules. Just because, oh my God. You are a tourist. You are expected to follow things accordingly. Not this.
And this is just literally in the vein of, the former Logan Paul video, etc. Absolutely depraved and absolutely illegal. And he doesn't stop there. He actually went back for more. After he was, went for the first round, he saw the interest he got off that. He went back for more because that's the way that negative clout works. And that's the way these streamers work. If you watch here, he goes back and does it yet again with absolutely zero shame.
Yo.
Basically, okay, here's the thing. He deleted videos from his Instagram. These are his deleted videos that we're watching. This is why I took attention to this. These were not there on his Instagram. Holy shit. This is real. They were able to actually get it off his Instagram. He deleted these ones. Oh boy. He's in deep shit now.
Have it on you. Why the chicks got your heart on sticks? Obsessed with dicks like you can't feel shit. Did I fucking miss? Or do you fucking miss?
How much of a nuisance or how much of a depravity are you going to be to have people understand that you don't care about the rules? You go to the point, you go absolutely apeshit to the point that, dude, this is just horrible to watch, bro. This is honestly just horrible to watch, bro. Seriously, this is just, no. Unacceptable behavior, bro. Unacceptable behavior. What is this? Oh boy.
When you couldn't hear all that fucking shit.
Yeah, so he's clearly pretty unhinged, going around in costume, it looks like there, in the Japanese cemeteries. And this is absolutely a crime. You can pull this up. It's under Chapter 14 of the Crimes Related to Places of Worship and Graves. Article 118 of the Japanese Code here, which says, hey, look, profaning places of worship, interference with religious service. A person who publicly profanes a shrine, temple, or cemetery, so profaning meaning to do something like that, disrupt the flowers, disrupt the memorials, etc., right? Or any other place of worship shall be punished by imprisonment with or without work for not more than 6 months or a fine of not more than 100,000 yen.
This is why I like it that there are lawful figures who are actually taking reference from any jurisdiction's law. You quote regulation in the military, you quote law in civilian purpose. This is in itself a crime. It's not just a civil problem. It is a problem against the state, and a problem the state must deal with. Crimes related to places of worship and graves. Lochie Jones, Lochie space Jones. You are in trouble. You are absolutely in trouble here.
A person who interferes with sermon, worship, or funeral shall be punished for no more than 1 year, fine of 100,000. Here's the thing. He's messed with several graves. So just like the obstruction of business charges in the Somali case, these things can be stacked. So if we want to go back and just look at what we have on camera, we've got him messing with several graves. So it's very possible that Article 188 could be stacked here, and we could see this guy get some real jail time. People in Japan are very mad about this, but the word is not out yet. So please try to share this video. I'm going to keep it shorter just so you can share it out there, get the word out, let people know that this guy needs to be found. Some justice needs to be had here, because this is the absolute most depraved thing I have seen in a long time. Guys, please like the video, comment, get the word out, and I will catch you on the next one.
Let me just be absolutely real about this. I hate it that I really just absolutely hate it that there are those who think that they are above the law and that they are above the rule of law just because they are tourists. No tourist, no foreigner is above the law, especially if they're just visiting a country for leisure. Leisure, leisure, sorry. Either they're doing that or they're there for business purposes, but now after seeing the deleted videos from Instagram, this just proves it. This just freaking proves it, bro. Oh my god, he has been deleting other videos too. Oh, no, wait. Oh, no. He hasn't really deleted those ones. He just... Hold on. I'm just checking. Okay, the Japanese Renegades videos. Are they still here? There has been videos deleted. There have been videos deleted. Hold on. Let me... And then there's Suicide Forest, and then... I'm just looking at stuff. Look. I'm just looking at videos on Instagram right now. I'm going to check if there's anything that I need to verify and stuff.
What else you get down here?
Japanese mountain fails. Okay, then. Look. You are an adventurer. Okay? Okay, I'm just looking at things right now. This is just him hiking right here. Sure, I'm just looking at stuff right here. It's not exactly relevant, but I'm just making sure to... Hold on.
Why is it win?
Japan by itself has its own beauty. Just... If you have a much reason as to why you think Japan should actually not be in some sort of... Actually, no. Just make sure to actually respect a country's culture and tradition. That's just that's just what you have to do as a tourist. Whether you're a streamer or content creator. It doesn't matter. Don't show... Well, if you don't want to be given backlash online for things that are untoward against culture and tradition and beliefs, don't post it on socials. And now that your deleted videos are coming out, Mr. Lochie Jones, now that your deleted videos are also coming up, and that you actually do not care, and it shows that you do not absolutely care about those, it is going to be a stain on the internet forever, bro. You think that the deleted videos will not come out, and we're gonna keep clowning you on that for actually posting those in the first place. And your pathetic response to it is that you're going to be an activist in Japan? I'm sorry, you're not even born there. Why even act as an activist? You piece of shit.
In no position to be talking smack. If you're a part of the gentrified Gentrify Japan, sell this kind of thing club, like a bunch of these white girls, then what the hell are you doing commenting? It's you and your actions and this game that they seem to love playing in Japan. That's doing far more damage than me.
You don't get to the quote statistics that are especially for Japanese. If what you're doing is influencing the numbers. What you are doing, okay, I can understand where you're coming from. That they have their own faults, they have their own sins against themselves. That absolutely does not mean that you have every right to force them into the light by showing depraved acts against their culture and traditions. Respect culture, tradition, and beliefs when you're a tourist. Every time. Especially when you're going on camera. Basically, don't be an ass and you will be fine. But you became an ass. And now your deleted videos are actually coming to light. I'm sorry, but if you're going to take any more backlash, I'm just going to keep laughing at you. But hopefully, you do get prosecuted. You get the law prosecuted against you, and you do get prosecuted against, because behavior you're showing is really unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. I'm going to just check other stuff. Okay, or whatever. That's fine. Yeah, there's something. All right. Basically, that's it. There's nothing interesting about this guy. He's just looking around. He's just looking around. A creator, a reality warper. Authentic is the deal. Kindness is the key. Well, you're not being kind to the dead. So fuck you in your false description of yourself. Kindness is the key. Do better, my man. All you got to do is do better. You failed at that.